What if I told you that 92% of Japanese homes stay spotless year-round, without hiring cleaning services or spending hours scrubbing? While most of us battle clutter and chaos daily, there's an 87-year-old woman in Kyoto who hasn't seen a messy room in over 4 decades. Her secret? 7 simple habits that take less than 10 minutes each day. These aren't complicated cleaning hacks. They're ancient Japanese principles that transform your relationship with your living space forever. By the end of this video, you'll discover why Western cleaning methods fail and how these Japanese secrets can give you the peaceful, organized home you've always dreamed of. Ready to never feel overwhelmed by housework again? Meet Ko Nakamura, a vibrant 73-year-old retired teacher from Osaka who moved to Seattle 5 years ago to be closer to her grandchildren. When Keiko first arrived, her daughter Sarah was embarrassed by her own cluttered home toys everywhere, papers stacked on counters, laundry piling up. "Mom, I don't know how you kept everything so perfect back in Japan," Sarah confessed. That's when Keiko smiled and said, "It's not about being perfect, dear, it's about living with intention." What happened next transformed not just Sarah's home, but her entire family's daily routine. Within 3 months, their house went from chaotic to consistently clean, and Sarah found herself with 2 extra hours every day. The secret? 7 traditional Japanese habits that Keiko had learned from her grandmother decades ago. Before we dive in, I want you to think about this. How much time do you spend each week looking for lost items, cleaning up messes, or feeling stressed about your home's appearance? Drop a number in the comments below. Be honest. And if you're ready to reclaim those hours and create a peaceful sanctuary in your golden years, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we're sharing life-changing wisdom designed specifically for seniors who want to simplify their lives. Keiko's first lesson to Sarah began in the kitchen. "Every object you touch should return to its home immediately," she explained, wiping down the counter after making tea. "In Japan, we call this Ichigo Ichie, treating each moment as unique and unrepeatable. When you use something, that moment with that object matters. This isn't about obsessive cleaning, it's about mindful living." Research from Tokyo University shows that people who practice immediate restoration have 67% less daily stress and sleep better at night. Why? Because incomplete tasks create mental loops in our brains, constantly reminding us of unfinished business. Here's how to implement this habit starting today. Every time you use something, pause before moving to the next task. Ask yourself, where does this belong? Then immediately return it. Sarah started with just her coffee cup. Instead of leaving it in the sink, she washed, dried, and put it away before starting her next activity. Within a week, this single change eliminated her evening dish cleanup entirely. But here's what surprised Sarah most. This habit reduced her daily decision fatigue. When everything has a designated home and returns there immediately, you stop wasting mental energy on micro decisions like, where should I put this? Your brain reserves that energy for more important choices, the senior advantage. As we age, our energy becomes more precious. This habit maximizes your stamina by preventing the exhausting cycle of mess accumulation and massive cleanup sessions. Instead of spending Saturday mornings decluttering, you maintain order effortlessly throughout the week. Keiko shared a memory from her childhood. "My grandmother would say, a scattered home creates a scattered mind. When your space is in order, your thoughts become clearer too." Neuroscience confirms this. Cluttered environments increase cortisol levels and decrease focus, while organized spaces promote calm and creativity. Start small today. Choose one item you use frequently, your reading glasses, TV remote, or favorite pen. For the next 7 days, practice immediate return with just that one object. Notice how this small change begins to shift your entire relationship with your belongings. What's one item you'll commit to practicing with? Share it in the comments. Accountability makes new habits stick. Sarah watched in amazement as Keiko transformed mundane cleaning into something almost meditative. Soji isn't about removing dirt, Keiko explained, carefully wiping each surface in slow, deliberate circles. It's about honoring your space and expressing gratitude for shelter. In traditional Japanese culture, cleaning is considered a spiritual practice. Buddhist monks spend hours each day in Soji, viewing it as moving meditation that purifies both space and spirit. Interestingly, modern research supports this ancient wisdom. Rhythmic, mindful cleaning releases endorphins and reduces anxiety by up to 53%. Now here's the revolutionary part. Instead of viewing cleaning as a chore to rush through, Soji transforms it into self-care. Keiko taught Sarah to clean just one small area each day with complete attention. Choose a surface. Maybe your nightstand or kitchen counter. Clean it slowly, feeling the texture, noticing how light reflects differently on the clean surface. The magic happens in the intention. Before cleaning, Keiko always whispered, "Thank you for supporting our family." This wasn't superstition. It was rewiring her brain to associate cleaning with gratitude instead of resentment. Sarah initially felt a bit silly talking to furniture, but within 2 weeks she noticed cleaning no longer felt like a burden. The senior advantage is clear. Traditional aggressive cleaning can be physically demanding. Soji emphasizes gentle, mindful movements that are easier on aging joints while still maintaining spotless results. The meditative aspect also provides mental stimulation and stress relief, both crucial for cognitive health after 60. Keiko's daily Soji ritual was simple. Every morning after breakfast, she spent exactly 10 minutes cleaning one small area with complete mindfulness. Monday was the bathroom mirror, Tuesday the kitchen sink, Wednesday the coffee table. By Sunday, her entire home had been lovingly maintained without ever feeling overwhelming. But here's the secret Sarah discovered. Soji isn't really about the cleaning, it's about the pause. In our rushed world, these 10 minutes of slow, intentional movement became her daily meditation. Her blood pressure dropped, her sleep improved, and she felt more connected to her home than ever before. The transformation was visible to everyone. Sarah's sister visited and asked, "Did you hire a housekeeper?" When Sarah explained Soji, her sister was skeptical until she tried it herself. Now both sisters practice this daily ritual and say it's changed their relationship with their homes completely. Start tomorrow. Choose one small surface in your home. Set a timer for just 5 minutes. Clean it with complete attention. Feel the cloth, notice the transformation, express quiet gratitude. Which surface will you choose for your first Soji practice? Three months into Keiko's teaching, Sarah faced her biggest challenge, her late mother's belongings stored in boxes throughout the house. Every attempt to sort through them ended in tears and paralysis. That's when Keiko introduced Mononoare, the bittersweet awareness of the impermanence of all things. "Everything in life is temporary," Keiko said gently, sitting beside Sarah among the scattered photos and keepsakes. Mononoare teaches us to appreciate beauty precisely because it doesn't last forever. Your mother's love lives in your heart, not in these objects. This Japanese concept revolutionizes how we approach decluttering, especially for seniors who've accumulated decades of memories. Instead of harsh keep or throw decisions, Mononoare asks, how can I honor this item's service while allowing it to complete its journey? Keiko taught Sarah a simple ritual. Hold each item for 30 seconds. Thank it for its service. If it no longer serves your present life, release it with gratitude rather than guilt. My mother's dishes served their purpose beautifully, Sarah realized. Now they can serve another family while I keep the memories of our meals together. The breakthrough came when Sarah discovered that keeping everything dishonored her mother's memory by creating chaos instead of peace. Her mother had always maintained a beautiful, organized home. The clutter was preventing Sarah from creating the same sanctuary her mother would have wanted for her. The senior advantage is significant. As we age, we become keepers of family history. Mononoare helps us distinguish between preserving meaningful memories and drowning in material accumulation. It provides a spiritual framework for the necessary task of downsizing without the guilt that paralyzes many seniors. Research from Kyoto University shows that people who practice Mononoare report 43% less anxiety around possessions and make decisions 67% faster. The key is shifting from loss thinking to completion thinking. Items aren't being discarded, they're graduating to their next purpose. Sarah's process was simple. She kept one meaningful item from each category: her mother's favorite teacup, one quilt, one piece of jewelry. The rest she donated, imagining the joy these beautiful things would bring to new families. It felt like my mother's generosity was continuing through me, she shared. But here's what surprised everyone. Sarah's grief actually diminished. With fewer objects triggering overwhelming memories, she could focus on the most precious ones without emotional exhaustion. Her relationship with her mother's memory became cleaner and more joyful. The ripple effect was remarkable. Sarah's husband, inspired by her transformation, began applying Mononoare to his workshop and office. Their entire home became lighter, not just physically, but emotionally. Friends began asking for advice on their own decluttering challenges. Today's practice: choose one drawer, box, or closet area. Apply the 30-second gratitude rule to just 3 items. Notice how this gentle approach feels different from aggressive decluttering. What area will you start with? Share your choice below. Sometimes declaring our intentions helps us follow through. Keiko's most transformative lesson came when Sarah complained about unexpected visitors causing stress. What if guests saw the house like this? Sarah worried, gesturing at normal daily life. A book left open, reading glasses on the table, a sweater draped over a chair. Keiko smiled and introduced Omotenashi, the art of selfless hospitality that keeps your home perpetually guest-ready. Omotenashi isn't about perfection, Keiko explained. It's about creating space where people feel welcomed and comfortable. But the secret is, you're the first guest in your own home every day. This mindset really revolutionizes daily living. Instead of maintaining your home for some future event, you treat yourself as an honored guest, deserving of beauty and order. Research from Tokyo's Institute of Well-Being shows that people who practice Omotenashi in their own homes report 58% higher daily satisfaction and significantly improved self-worth. Keiko taught Sarah the 5-minute guest preparation ritual. Every evening she'd walk through her home as if expecting a dear friend tomorrow. Not deep cleaning, just ensuring each room felt welcoming. Fresh water in the flowers, cushions fluffed, surfaces clear and inviting. But here's the profound shift. This wasn't preparation for others. It was daily self-care disguised as hospitality. Sarah began waking up each morning to a home that felt like a gift to herself. I realized I'd been treating myself worse than I'd treat any visitor, she confided. The senior advantage is clear. After decades of caring for others, Omotenashi helps seniors redirect nurturing energy toward themselves. It provides structure for maintaining dignity and beauty in daily life, crucial for mental health and self-respect in later years. The transformation was immediate and dramatic. Sarah's morning coffee became a ritual of gratitude instead of rushing through chaos. Her evening reading felt luxurious in her beautifully prepared living room. Sleep improved because her bedroom welcomed rest like a boutique hotel. Keiko shared her daily Omotenashi checklist. Before bed, I ask, would I feel honored to wake up as a guest in this space? If any room makes me say no, I spend 2 minutes making it welcoming. This simple question became Sarah's North Star for daily maintenance. The unexpected benefit? When guests did arrive unexpectedly, Sarah felt confident instead of apologetic. Her home was always ready because she'd been treating herself as worthy of that care every single day. The stress of company coming vanished entirely, but the deepest change was philosophical. Sarah stopped seeing housekeeping as serving others and started understanding it as self-respect. Every small act of home care became an affirmation. I deserve beauty, I deserve order, I deserve to feel welcomed in my own space. Friends noticed the change immediately. Your home feels so peaceful, they'd comment. Sarah realized she'd unconsciously been creating environments that reflected her internal state. And now, both were transformed. Start tonight. Before bed, choose one room and ask, would I feel honored to wake up as a guest in this space? Spend just 5 minutes making it more welcoming. Which room will you choose first? Let us know in the comments. Your transformation might inspire others. 6 months into her transformation, Sarah hit a wall. "I keep falling back into old patterns," she confessed to Keiko. "When I'm tired or stressed, everything falls apart." Keiko nodded knowingly and introduced Kaizen, the philosophy of continuous improvement through tiny, sustainable changes. "The mistake Westerners make is trying to change everything at once," Keiko explained. "Kaizen teaches us that small, consistent improvements compound into remarkable transformations. Better to improve 1% daily than attempt 100% change and fail." This principle really revolutionizes home organization for seniors. Instead of overwhelming weekend cleaning marathons that leave you exhausted, Kaizen focuses on micro-habits that become automatic. Research from Osaka University shows that people practicing Kaizen maintain changes 89% longer than those using intensive methods. Keiko introduced Sarah to the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. If it takes longer, break it into 2-minute segments. Sarah started with one drawer in her kitchen, spending exactly 2 minutes each morning organizing just that space. Within a month, the habit expanded naturally to other drawers without conscious effort. But here's the genius of Kaizen. It works with your brain's resistance to change instead of against it. Large changes trigger our mental alarm systems, causing us to revert to old patterns. Tiny changes slip past our psychological defenses and become permanent before we even realize it. The senior advantage is that energy and physical capacity naturally fluctuate with age. Kaizen respects these limitations while ensuring continuous progress. On high-energy days, you might organize for 10 minutes. On difficult days, even 30 seconds of improvement maintains momentum. Sarah's Kaizen breakthrough came with her paper management system. Instead of tackling years of accumulated documents in one weekend, she committed to processing exactly 3 pieces of paper each day. File, act on, or discard. The overwhelming mountain disappeared so gradually she barely noticed. Yet friends visiting after 2 months asked if she'd hired a professional organizer. Keiko shared her grandmother's Kaizen wisdom. The river that carves the deepest valley doesn't rush, it flows consistently. This became Sarah's mantra when impatience struck. Every small action was river water, quietly but powerfully reshaping her environment. The compound effect amazed everyone. Sarah's 2-minute morning kitchen ritual inspired 2 minutes of evening preparation. That led to 2 minutes of bedroom tidying before sleep. Within 6 months, these tiny habits had created systems running automatically throughout her entire home. But the deepest transformation was psychological. Sarah stopped associating home maintenance with exhaustion and overwhelm. Instead of dreading large projects, she'd think, "What 2-minute improvement can I make here?" This mental shift eliminated procrastination and built unstoppable momentum. The medical benefits surprised her doctor. Lower stress levels, better sleep quality, increased sense of accomplishment, all from tiny daily improvements. "It's like physical therapy for your entire life," Sarah explained to friends. Her husband noticed the change and began his own Kaizen practice with his garage workspace. Their adult children visited and asked, "How did you both become so organized?" The answer was simple: one small improvement at a time. Today's Kaizen start: choose one tiny improvement you can make in 2 minutes or less. Maybe organizing one section of one drawer or creating a designated spot for your keys. Do just that one thing today. What 2-minute improvement will you choose? Share it below. As autumn arrived, Sarah noticed Keiko spending more and more time gazing out the window, or just sitting quietly in her small garden. When Sarah asked her about it, Keiko introduced the concept of Shinrin Yoku, or forest bathing, and its surprising connection to home organization. "Nature is the perfect teacher of cleanliness and order," Keiko explained. "Watch how forests maintain themselves." This wasn't about literally bringing nature indoors, but about, adopting natural cycles and rhythms for home maintenance. Keiko pointed out how trees shed their leaves exactly when needed, how rivers naturally clear themselves, and how the seasons provide perfect templates for organizing the flow of life. "Western cleaning fights against natural rhythms," Keiko observed. "We clean when schedules demand, not when energy flows. Shinrin Yoku teaches us to align household tasks with our body's natural cycles and the Earth's seasons. In fact, Research from Kyoto's Environmental Psychology Institute shows that people who align their cleaning routines with natural cycles report 64% less fatigue and maintain their habits 78% longer. The key insight here is that instead of forcing rigid schedules, we can work with our biological rhythms and seasonal energy patterns. Keiko taught Sarah to notice her own natural energy cycles. "I'm most energetic in the morning, like dawn," Sarah realized. "But I was forcing myself to clean in the evening when I felt tired." By shifting her organizing tasks to her natural peak energy times, everything just became so much more effortless. The seasonal approach really revolutionized Sarah's relationship with her belongings. Spring became the time for releasing items that no longer served her, just like trees letting go of old leaves. Summer focused on maintenance and gentle care. Autumn brought preparation and creating cozy spaces, while winter emphasized rest and enjoying organized surroundings. There's a senior advantage here too. As we age, honoring our natural rhythms becomes even more important for sustainable energy management. Shinrin Yoku helps prevent that boom and bust cycle of intense cleaning, followed by exhaustion. Instead, maintenance flows like natural processes, consistent, gentle, and renewable. Sarah's breakthrough came during her first forest bathing cleaning session. Instead of rushing through tasks while listening to the TV, she opened the windows, moved slowly as if she were walking through peaceful woods, and really paid attention to the natural sounds around her. "I actually enjoyed organizing my closet," she marveled. "It felt like meditation." Keiko shared some of her seasonal cleaning wisdom too. Spring cleaning isn't about one intense week. It's about gradually awakening your space as nature awakens outside. Fall organizing isn't about panic preparation. It's about creating cozy nests like animals do instinctively. The nature connection transformed Sarah's entire approach. She began opening windows while tidying, bringing in fresh flowers, and even organizing by candlelight in the evenings. These weren't extra chores, they were context that made necessary work feel nourishing instead of depleting. But, the deepest change was really philosophical. Sarah stopped seeing housework as something separate from life and started viewing it as participating in natural cycles. Just as forests maintain themselves through patient, consistent processes, her home could be cared for with gentle, rhythmic attention. The results were honestly impressive. Sarah's energy stayed stable throughout the day, her motivation remained consistent across seasons, and her home reflected the peace she felt when walking in nature. Friends even started asking about her secret to looking so refreshed and calm. Her doctor noticed the changes too: improved biomarkers, lower inflammation, better sleep patterns, and reduced anxiety. "It's like she's living in harmony with her natural rhythms for the first time," he noted. The connection between environment and well-being had become visible in her health metrics. So, here's today's natural start. Take a moment to notice your energy patterns today. When do you feel most energetic? When do you feel most calm? Plan one small organizing task during your natural peak time. What pattern do you notice about your energy? Share your observations below. Nearly a year into her transformation, Sarah faced an unexpected crisis. Her granddaughter spilled grape juice on the newly organized living room carpet, and Sarah felt her old anxiety creeping back in. "Now everything is ruined," she started to say, then stopped herself. Keiko had been preparing her for this moment with the deepest Japanese wisdom, Wabi-Sabi, finding beauty in imperfection and impermanence. "Perfect homes don't exist," Keiko said gently, helping clean the stain. Wabi-Sabi teaches us that true beauty comes from accepting life's natural wear, aging and change. The goal isn't perfection, it's peaceful coexistence with life's messiness. This philosophy really revolutionizes home organization for seniors who've spent decades chasing impossible standards. Instead of fighting against natural wear and daily living, Wabi-Sabi embraces the patina of a life well lived. Research from Tokyo's Institute of Aesthetic Philosophy shows that people practicing Wabi-Sabi report 71% less stress about home appearance and, significantly improved life satisfaction. Keiko taught Sarah to see beauty in signs of use, The comfortable indentation in her favourite chair, the gentle wear patterns on wooden floors from decades of family gatherings, the slight fading of curtains from years of sunlight. "These aren't flaws," she explained. "They're love marks, evidence of a home that's truly lived in." The paradigm shift was profound. Sarah stopped trying to maintain a museum and started nurturing a sanctuary. Instead of hiding signs of aging in her home and herself, she began appreciating them as evidence of resilience and continued service. The stress of maintaining impossible standards just melted away. The senior advantage here is huge. Wabi-Sabi gives emotional freedom from perfection pressure, something that often gets even stronger with age. Instead of feeling ashamed about natural wear or decreased physical capacity for intensive maintenance, seniors can embrace a more sustainable, self-compassionate approach to home care. Sarah's Wabi-Sabi breakthrough came while organizing her sewing room. Instead of hiding her collection of imperfect handmade quilts, she displayed them proudly. Each crooked stitch tells a story, she realized. Perfect machine-made items could never hold these memories. Keiko shared her own Wabi-Sabi practice. "Every morning, I notice one thing in my home that shows gentle wear or imperfection, and I express gratitude for its service. The slightly scratched table that's hosted thousands of meals, the faded photograph that's brought joy for decades. These imperfections are achievements, not failures." The transformation in Sarah's daily experience was really remarkable. Spills became opportunities for mindful cleaning rather than catastrophes. Guests commenting on natural wear in her home received warm stories instead of embarrassed apologies. She even started inviting people over more often because her home no longer needed to be perfect to be welcoming. But the deepest change was self-acceptance. As Sarah embraced Wabi-Sabi in her environment, she began extending the same compassion to herself. Her slightly stiff joints weren't failures. They were evidence of decades of service. Her need for more rest wasn't weakness. It was wisdom about sustainable living. The ripple effect touched every aspect of her life. Sarah's relationships improved as she stopped judging others by impossible standards. Her stress levels dropped dramatically. Her grandchildren felt more comfortable visiting because accidents weren't disasters. They were just life happening naturally. Friends started seeking her advice about letting go of perfection pressure. "How did you become so peaceful about your home?" they'd ask. Sarah would smile and share Keiko's wisdom about finding beauty in the imperfect, impermanent nature of all life. The medical benefits were measurable too: lower blood pressure, improved sleep, reduced inflammation. Her doctor noted that accepting imperfection had paradoxically improved every health metric. Peace with life's messiness had created a cleaner internal state than striving for external perfection ever could. Here's your Wabi-Sabi moment. Look around your home right now and find one thing that shows gentle wear or imperfection. Instead of seeing a flaw, can you appreciate it as evidence of service, use, or love? What story does this imperfection tell about your life well lived? Share one example in the comments below. 18 months later, Sarah's transformation was complete, but not in the way anyone expected. Sure, her home was consistently clean and organized, but the deeper change was really spiritual. She had learned to live with intention, grace, and a deep respect for both her space and herself. "I don't just have a cleaner house," Sarah reflected to Keiko during their weekly tea ceremony. "I have a completely different relationship with life itself. Every day feels more peaceful, more purposeful." The 7 Japanese habits had worked like gentle magic, creating not just an organized home, but an organized heart. Sarah's stress levels had dropped dramatically. Her relationships had improved, her sleep was deeper, her energy more sustained. Even her physical health had improved as chronic tension released. But perhaps most remarkably, Sarah had become the teacher. Neighbors and friends regularly asked for her guidance. She'd even started a small group at the community center, sharing these ancient wisdoms with other seniors seeking peace in their golden years. Keiko watched with pride as her student had become a master. "You understand now," she said with a gentle smile. "These aren't cleaning techniques, they're life practices. You've learned to honor yourself through caring for your environment." Sarah nodded. looking around her serene living room where afternoon light filtered through clean windows onto surfaces that reflected love and attention. I finally understand what you meant about living with intention. Every action is a prayer, every organization act is self-respect, every moment of maintenance is gratitude. The transformation was complete, from chaos to calm, from overwhelm to organized joy, from surviving to thriving. If Sarah's story resonates with you, you're definitely not alone. Thousands of seniors are discovering that a peaceful home creates a peaceful life. These 7 Japanese habits aren't just about cleaning, they're about reclaiming your golden years with intention, grace, and joy. Which of these 7 habits will you try first? Drop a comment below and let's start a community of seniors supporting each other in creating the organized, peaceful homes we all deserve. If this video helped you see housekeeping in a completely new light, hit that like button and share it with a friend who needs this gentle wisdom. Your support helps us reach more seniors who are ready to transform their lives. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Your most peaceful, organized life is just beginning.